We are back 7:39 with the Today exclusive, an annual tradition for us, the reveal of 2025's Time Person of the Year.
Every year since 1927, they've selected the man, woman, group, or concept with the most influence on the world, for better or for worse in some cases. The first, when it was Time's Man of the Year, aviator Charles Lindbergh.
Yeah, more recent recipients highlight a wide range of selections from Volodymyr Zelensky and the spirit of Ukraine. Then there was music superstar Taylor Swift. That sold some issues. And last year, it was then President-elect Donald Trump. So here to share this year's selection, Times editor-in-chief Sam Jacobs. Hi, Sam. Good morning. We love this tradition with you. Drum roll, please. Without further ado, who is it?
Good morning. Well, today we are proud to announce the 99th Person of the Year from Time. And the Person of the Year for 2025, the architects of AI. This was the year where we feel like the people who were designing, imagining, and building artificial intelligence stopped debating about how to create this technology and started racing to deploy it. And there are enormous consequences for society.
I mean, let's talk about some of the contents of the article I just said to you. I thought it was pretty fascinating because you didn't just talk to the architects, you talked to the people who are going to be directly impacted by artificial intelligence as well. What did they say? What did they tell you about AI, and what did the architects that you talked to, what did they have to say?
The people building this technology are incredibly enthusiastic for the potential. Someone like Jensen Huang at NVIDIA is saying that the global GDP, which currently caps out at about $100 trillion, could be $500 trillion. But they also have warnings for us about what this means. The CEO of Anthropic says maybe 1 out of 5 people will be unemployed because of artificial intelligence in the next 1 to 5 years.
I mean, it's so interesting because you hear everything from AI could help us find answers. It could eradicate diseases, change life for the better. And then there are people, smart people who say it has the potential to literally destroy humankind.
AI seems to be the answer for everything in 2025. You think about a product like ChatGPT, 800 million people are using it. Think about something like what President Trump said earlier this year. If something bad happens, blame AI.
You know, it's interesting because I think a lot of folks think that this is sort of something that just came about over the last few years. In your article, you talk about how this has sort of been 75 years in the making.
75 years ago, we put a computer named Mark III on the cover of Time, and the name of that article was The Thinking Machine. And it's amazing to go back and read what the editors of Time said then about the potential for computers. It feels like now we're living in the age of the thinking machine.
Well, we talk a lot about the tech leaders who have enormous influence, and we see the cover. It's hard for me to see who's on the cover there.
Two different covers.
Yeah, there's 2 different ones, but who are the folks there?
Some of them are very familiar people to you. Meta's Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, of course, OpenAI's Sam Altman. Others may be less familiar, people who are really helping to shape the direction of this technology.
These are unelected people who are having an enormous impact on our lives.
This reminds me of the Gilded Age. I think never before, at least since then, has so much power been concentrated in so few individuals. And we know what happened then, amazing progress, but also incredible inequality.
Yeah, and when we think that a lot of folks think that the same thing could be happening with this AI revolution as well.
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's talk about quickly also what's happening on Wall Street. I mean, a lot of people are saying there's so much investment in AI and that there's a bubble that, at some point is going to burst.
Since August, there's been increasing concern about this phenomenon. It's really interesting that the entire market and the entire economy right now is dependent upon a handful of companies, and it's possible that the growth and massive capital expenditure that we're seeing there is masking a potential recession.
Much to discuss. You could do a double, triple issue on this one, but thank you so much, Sam, for bringing it to us right here first. Time's Person of the Year issue is now live on time.com. If you want to read the article, it will be available on newsstands next Friday, December 19th.